Well, hello there, and welcome to Meeting Expectations. This is a special edition. It's the Old Growler and the Sommelier. We have a host today, Fred Dex. Why don't you introduce yourself, Fred?
Fred Dex here, Master Sommelier, and thank you, Old Growler, for bringing these awesome treasures from New Hampshire back to our humble abode here in Brooklyn. I'm looking forward to checking out this this fine beer that you schlepped back.
Okay, well, without ado, this one comes from Twin Barns Brewing Company, and they are in Meredith, New Hampshire. And it is quite an establishment, I can tell you that, large barn, and they have a great outdoor dining area, and the food there is also, I mean, you've really got to try it.
Awesome.
So I am a little bit biased on this, but we're gonna try and be as unbiased as possible. Twin Barns Brewing Company's Burlwood Porter. It's a porter. There we go, and it is 6.5% alcohol by volume. It says that it's named for the antique market that graced our barn for over 30 of its rich 150-year history. This full-bodied porter boasts caramel, coffee, and coca flavors derived from an assertive dark malt roast and accentuated by dry hopping, bottoms up.
Wow.
The hops are Simcoe, Amarillo, and Centennial. Now, I'm not too familiar with either the Amarillo or Centennial, but Simcoe has a little bit, I'm expecting a little bit of a citric there, but not quite grapefruity and not quite lemony, but it has a tang,
Yeah.
more of a citric tang rather than a metallic tang.
Yeah. What's one of the more common ones you see in IPAs, right?
Yep, and let's see, that is what we have to work with. So a porter, a darker beer, so not quite a stout. It doesn't have the IBUs on here. I'll have to check that out. We'll put it in the description box below. And so I guess it would have to be, well, porters aren't that bitter. They really should be. It should be the real accent on the maltiness,
Yep.
which of course you notice because of the color.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised they mentioned all the different hops.
Well, that's really something to know, because then you can start to educate your palate as to what the different hops are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Dex, why don't you crack that open and we'll see what we've got.
Live free or die.
For those of you who are new, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell, that way you won't miss any of our presentations. And for those of you who have been here before,
Absolutely beautiful.
welcome back. Oh, yes, look at this. It's not black,
Nice
it's
and
definitely a really deep ebony. It's not, yeah, that's, no, I'll tell you, I've got a little trick here. Let's see if I can get it out of my pocket without spilling this. I always carry a small flashlight with me to see if, and does it work? It doesn't work. To see if the beer is opaque. But anyway.
You can check it right here.
Yeah, you can. It's not opaque, but it's tough to get some light through there.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
and it's got a nice rich.
I can't see my hand.
Okay.
So it's opaque.
It's a nice rich head on here that still hasn't gone down. And with a beer like this, it was, again, probably around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see what the temperature is on this one. And it's 57. So it's not that bad. It should be a little bit more pronounced in the flavors than if it was at 50. Aromatics? Oh, there's definitely some roast in that.
Yeah. Well, I think from what you read off on this can, it's all there. I mean, all of the cocoa, the coffee, the caramel,
Definitely
dark roast, you know, that kind of chocolate covered cherry
richness.
richness,
It's in the nose.
almost a little balsamic tarriness.
Ooh, all right, well, let's try the first sip.
Yeah.
You have chocolate and a lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee, but a lot of chocolate. It's like 70% plus, 70, 80% chocolate, cocoa nib, you know. The coffee's not too out there though. It's
not pronounced.
It's more of like a mild espresso-y sort of note.
I'm getting it on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah.
As to where I'm picking that up.
And I like that little bit of like caramel toffee note here. I'm picking up some berry, a little like cherry, like dark cherry, dark berry, blackberry note. Yeah. And the texture's great, gotta tell you.
Well, the mouthfeel.
The mouthfeel, the creaminess, this is a really well carbonated. They did a good job on this all the way.
The finish is a strange paradox here because it's mouth-filling when it brings up the saliva, but it's a very dry finish. I'm finding that really interesting.
Yeah. And also, it's very quaffable. For a rich beer that makes you, we're coming into fall, leaves are starting to fall here, Halloween's around, well, Halloween's like here, Thanksgiving's around the corner, and this beer does a great job of eliciting that sort of feeling where you want to put on your sweater, and this is a great beer for that. But it also has that freshness that I could drink, in the summer, in the evening when it's cooling down.
There you go.
With some barbecue, with some sausages
barbecue.
on the grill, some
Definitely.
burgers. Yeah, I think this is a more versatile beer than just,
For the season.
yeah.
Well then, does Twin Barns Burlwood Porter meet expectations? It certainly does.
Absolutely does. Great job.
Cheers. I'm the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.
Salute.